and welcome to another Chalk Talk with Tony. I'm your host, Tmzoids, also known as Tony. And this week we have Akanenokaiju, that I said it right for the
Hello.
first time.
Yes, you
also,
said it right. Don't worry. Go ahead.
also known as TJ, though. How you doing, man? How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. You seem to be enjoying your goldfish or shamu crackers, as we discovered earlier.
Yes, the
Uh,
Shamu crackers. See.
I'm glad. It's very comfortable here, nice setting and whatnot. But we know you as different names. Well, I know you as different names. Maybe not everybody knows you as different names. But I know you from Divine, X Edge, or Divine, simply Divine. How did you get these names, and what made you decide?
Divine. Um, at the time I had like a ego. Like, if someone complimented me, I'm just like, I'm the shit. So I was like thinking divine. So I'm just being honest with you. That's like the most boldest name I thought of was divine. And X Edge was just like, let's go for something. I was thinking, have you ever heard of the game called Soul Calibur?
Yes, I have.
You know how the powerful sword's called Soul Edge?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Edge came from. X is just
Just a random
make it cool,
letter.
just random, make it look cool. I don't care. Divine was from my personality, and Edge is from the game I really love and grew up on.
I see. So, what made you change your name down the line
Um,
to Akane?
People pissed me off because each time I ran into another Divine, I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. And Akane means red. It's also my favorite color, and I love anime.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiju is because I'm like really into like monsters, like Godzilla and everything. The no thing was just bullshit, pretty much. I didn't immediately. The name I was going for was like Akanenokaiju or something like that, sound or something, but it was taken, so I was just like, fuck life.
So it's not from an anime? I thought it was from an anime. Is it?
It was actually combined from anime and the fact that it means red. Red's my favorite color,
Mm-hmm.
so it actually means like red monster in a way.
So Red Monster. Interesting. Very cool, very cool. So going forward though, we want to know where it all started. When did you start getting into video games? What system did you start with? Was it your family? It seems to be
Um,
a recurring occurrence
I
here.
had the Nintendo 64. One of my first games I played, I remember the old wrestler games on Nintendo 64. It was like so glitchy, like you go over the top rope and all of a sudden you're like in the crowd or whatever. It was hilarious.
So
I
that
was uh that in PS1 probably and like Sega Dreamcast. The only game I remember for Sega Dreamcast that was any good was actually Sonic
hmm
and some weird game called Power Sim. Other than that, there wasn't really any good games.
So I guess the real question is, are you more of a Mario fan or a Sonic fan?
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast, huh?
And between Mario, I don't like Mario per se. I like Luigi.
More Luigi. Why Luigi? Out of curiosity, there.
I'm tall. I just love him. He's awesome. Every time I play Mario Party, I always pick Luigi. He's just awesome in every aspect.
Really? That is shocking. You're like one of the probably oddballs out there.
I like Luigi, but if I had to choose a favorite, out of the Mario series or the Sonic series, the Sonic series is Shadow.
Nice.
And my original IGM was gonna be something with like Shadow, but everyone kept taking it, so I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, Shadow seems to be a popular name there.
Shadow's always been my favorite. Growing up, I used to have like play with my friends and have the Sonic game and everything. I
So,
was a Sonic nerd.
Sonic nerd. That's okay. I mean, you lost all your Mario fans, but it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Mario Party, but it's also how you lose friends.
At least you understand. At least you understand.
That chance space will kill all your friends, believe me. You may
Uh,
be happy, but your friends aren't.
that's what matters, right? Gotta keep everybody happy, content. But okay, so you started with the Sega Genesis. You only remember the Sonic games. You were a big Sonic fan, as we discovered now. So you went to the N64. I'm guessing is that where your next step was, and you played wrestling. What were you into wrestling or
I grew up watching wrestling,
you
so
grew
it's
up?
like my thing.
Okay, so now I have to ask, what was your favorite pro wrestler?
Growing up, or
I mean, you could do now or growing up. I'm assuming it changed over time.
Randy Orton?
Really?
Yup.
Randy Orton.
And if you say John Cena, I'll erase between the scream because I'm tired of John Cena's shit.
Uh, so is that right now, or has that been for a long time since you've been growing up?
Ever since he came into wrestling, it's been my favorite. It's between Randy Orton and like Triple H, but Triple H doesn't wrestle anymore, so I'm kind of sad.
I've not watched him in quite a while. He doesn't wrestle anymore. That's shocking. I thought he would be wrestling for a couple more years at least.
No, he's the CEO. I don't know if you know what that means.
The CEO.
Yeah. Uh huh. COO or whatever. CEO right now.
Okay. So
I
he's
was like, yeah,
so he's making the decisions really in
pretty
retrospect.
much. He's the
Yeah.
authority in a way. Yep.
At least he retired quite young. He can save his body, hopefully.
He cut his hair, and I was just like, the fuck.
I'm guessing you're a fan of long hair then.
No, he just didn't look the same at all.
Okay, so you're playing wrestling. You're actually into wrestling. Did you play any other games on the N64? I mean, you had Mario Kart, and I guess that's where the big Smash Bros came from,
Oh,
the
yeah, I
original
had
one.
Smash Brothers. I played that one. I still have the GameCube, and I have not Brawl, Melee still.
Hmm.
And me and my friends always had like a tournament or whatever. Who would win?
So you're playing. You got the Nintendo 64. You played wrestling. You played the Mario games. Now you respect Mario, but it was not your favorite. You went to GameCube, or you said the PS1 was next there.
PS1 was next, and it was like a whole crapload of PS1 games. Like that was the beginning. I still have the the very first Soul Calibur game.
Mm-hmm.
Was it called Soul Calibur? It's actually called like Soul Edge.
Where
I
you
still
could.
have that. Yeah,
Uh,
that's exactly where I got my name actually. Well, part of it. Um, but that's where I grew up on. I went to PS1 and I played Soul Edge pretty much,
all right.
and played it, beat it. A lot of anger in that game, by the way.
So
Um, Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so for people that don't know Soul Calibur, can you explain the game style? Is it an FPS? Is it a shooting
It's
game or?
it's pretty much hand-to-hand combat. It's not like now where it's like swords and stuff. Well, they have swords and weapons. It's pretty much like Mortal Kombat in a way. That's the best way I can explain it. Except it's not as bloody or whatever. It's just like toned down, less graphics. It's like terrain and everything. Where like water, you throw them in there, and it's like a knockout or whatever.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So, did you have a favorite character? I'm guessing since it was kind of like Mortal Kombat, was there somebody that you specifically played on Soul Calibur?
Siegfried.
Is there any specific reason why, or
He's
just?
a knight, and his personality is bold, and he believes he's the hero. He can overcome everything. So it's pretty cool.
It fits you well, I think. You seem like you could overcome anything. Very confident, very
That's where
what the
divine.
where divine comes from. Yeah.
Most people didn't know that where divine came from. I was like, well, I have a cocky attitude a lot of times, so that's where divine came from.
I think people that would know you would probably disagree. They'd be like, "No, you cocky."
Um, I tell people all the time not to compliment me because it feeds to my ego, which is bad. But yeah,
So you play the Soul Calibur games on the PS1. Then the next tough question where you'll lose some of the fans is either Xbox One or not Xbox, Sony or Microsoft.
neither.
Neither.
I
That's
don't. I'm not going into that, digging deep into that. Don't get me wrong. I have a PS2. I have an Xbox. They're both great consoles. I'm not gonna choose a side over because one has exclusives and the other has exclusives. They both are great systems. Xbox One sucks. That's all I'm gonna say.
So you're secretly a PS4 or yeah, PS4 fan at this
No,
point.
at this point, I love Nintendo. I've been a Nintendo fan for years.
Hmm.
So Wii U is probably my next bet, unless PS4 comes out with something or Xbox One. I don't know. But for years I've been a Nintendo fan. There's the Nintendo 64. I have the GameCube. Um, I just think they have really come out with really great games. So except the Wii. Let's not talk about the Wii.
It's funny because you're like, I'm a Sonic fan, that's where my true heart lies, and then lo and behold, you're a big Nintendo fan, so it's just funny in retrospect. But going before we leave the PlayStation, are there other games that you played? Like, you didn't really have a defined style. I mean, you like the melee combat fighting style, it looks like. Is there other?
I'll probably get chewed out for this, but ever since Call of Duty, I don't like first person shooter games. Call of Duty ruined it for me.
Are we
I
talking?
don't care. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, are we talking about the old Call of Duty, or are we talking about the new Call of Duty?
All of them. Well, except the old ones, like the PS2 ones, they were good, but like Modern Warfare 2 ruined it for me. Ever since that, it's like it's the same shit. So
Man,
I don't care if you guys chew me out. That's the damn truth.
he's prepared for that one. He wouldn't pick sides on the Xbox or PlayStation, but he's a very firm believer.
Between the Mario and the Sonic, I do believe the Sonic side wins. I mean, I'm just tired of seeing Mario everywhere.
Is he just too popular for you, or is there like?
No, I've always been a Sonic fanboy, and Mario, I love the games, don't get me wrong. It's just Sonic, the story and everything drew me in more, so I love Sonic better.
Hmm.
So if someone came in chat saying Mario, I say no, fuck you, Sonic all the way.
So what do you think about the Sonic meme, Sonic? Do you think it's insulting to Sonic, or do you think that's pretty funny, hilarious?
I think it's pretty hilarious.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
But so there was no other real games that you played on the PlayStation. It was just mostly the fighting game, or would you say you're an RPG kind of guy at this time?
I love RPGs, but the PlayStation, like you asked, I like I said, I'm a wrestling fan, so I have like everyone up to date. Like, I beat all of them up to date except the new one because it sucks, Donkey Dick. But yeah, and then there's like I used to be a big DBZ fan. I still love DBZ. I beat all of them that I got and everything.
That's an interesting. It kind of fits your style of like fighting and combat and. The one DBZ game really frustrated me. It was for I think the DS or something back in the day, Game Boy, and it was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I couldn't kill the guy. Like I'd get through like killing the wolf, and then it would get to the next guy, and I'd be like, I can't Kamehameha him and kill him. I don't understand.
I remember now. Now you said after PS1, like years after, I got like a PS2. That was mostly like wrestling. Like in RPGs usually, and then from that I got like a SP. You know, remember what a SP is? The Game Boy Advance SP, and then it was just Pokemon. Pokemon. Beat all the Pokemons. Then I got an Xbox 360, and then it was wrestling, RPGs. I don't play racing games that much. They feel like they're the same to me now. First person shooter and racing games are no go for me.
Interesting.
Except for Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is a different story.
So
okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
My new thing is zombies. I've been a zombie fan, so I've seen every good zombie movie out there. I have Dead Island over there. I have Left 4 Dead. Seen every good zombie movie there is, so I could tell you if a zombie movie sucks or it's actually good. Haven't watched Walking Dead in ages, because it kind of dropped off for me. Don't chew me out for that one either.
Oh man.
iZombie's good though. iZombie.
Zombie. All right, guys, you know what to check out now for the zombie movies. But One last question, not to drag out the PlayStation thing, or you could even go to your Xbox experience or your PlayStation 2 experiences. Is there a special or a specific RPG that you really played? Like, I know Jack and Dexter back in the day was one of them. Ratchet and Clank.
Um, my RPG for PS2, you said you're going back to PS2, was Dot Hack. Dot Hack. I beat it like 40 times.
What?
Dot Hack.
What
That
was?
you know, my old IGN on League was HackFan55. People were like, "Oh, you a hacker?" I was like, "No, I love Dot Hack," and Dot Hack 55 sounds stupid.
So, what was the point of that game? It sounds like you had to hack things and break into the next level,
Um,
or
Dot Hack has its own anime series also. It's story about like a virus getting into the world and like destroying like the dungeons and the players and to the point where like it's a virus called Ida where it was like affecting players, killing them, and to the point where they're like in real life having a coma and like yeah, like affecting the players and people in real life. And they did an investigation on it. They couldn't find anything because everyone kept disappearing because the coma thing, Ida or whatever, and they blamed it on the game, The World. The game's called The World, The Hack. They blamed it on that. And there was a big lawsuit and stuff.
hmm.
And they were trying to ban out like the online games and stuff. So there was like that, and there's people. You were supposed to investigate what was going on. Well, after your dude's done being a giant douche, but that's besides the point. Yeah, he has a huge ego at first. I was like, oh look, it's me.
I was gonna just ask, is that where you got your ego from? Is from the actual game, or?
Uh huh. Haseo was the shit.
I see, I see. So now you're playing this RPG, you're playing PlayStation 2 now. You said you went to play Pokemon. People would like get mad at me if I didn't ask, which is your favorite Pokemon?
Mudkip.
You just said that with like such a straight face. You're like, Mudkip.
Mudkip. I mean, Mudkip is adorable.
Is that the
And when
only?
when it evolves, I get sad. It's adorable. Um, it depends what generation you're talking about, actually, because the newest generation, I couldn't tell you, like Turtwig or whatever.
Okay.
Um, between Blaziken, well, not Blaziken, Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico, I think it's called.
Hmm.
I'd have to go with Mudkip because I think it's adorable. I mean, if you saw a Mudkip in real life, you would have no choice but to smile because how adorable it is.
Is that the only reason why? Is there it's just because it's so darn cute,
Um,
or?
I'm a huge water type person, water type Pokemon person.
Okay.
I, um, sometimes I switch from fire to water, but I'm more water type.
Hmm.
I feel like the grass types. You're gonna bash me on this one. I know you guys are. I hate them. It's so weak. It's insane. They're like, yeah, I evolved my third form early. Yeah, that's fine, but you're weak. All the gym leaders just destroy you pretty much, and just like, what am I gonna do with you? I feel like I just wasted 10 hours of my life here.
So not fire though? I mean,
I love fire, don't get me wrong, but water, Squirtle, Mudkip, you sold me.
I see. I see.
Um,
Well, why?
my favorite legendary is Suicune, by the way.
Just
Always.
is there a reason why for that, or?
Suicune, I feel like each time I've seen the movie, I forget what the movie's called. It's Pokemon like I don't remember, Forever or something with Celebi.
Hmm.
Celebi's adorable also. Um, if anyone says Celebi is weak, I shall give him the banhammer. Suicune, I just thought it was awesome because each time I got a Suicune, it's like super powerful, and I love like Suicune in general. Have you seen the Pokemon? It's just beautiful.
It's a very pretty Pokemon, yes.
Mm-hmm. Just awesome, pretty much.